Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Ryan Rice. Does matching the hatch really make a difference for you to catch fish? Well, we'll find out in this episode. So we got a topwater popper tied on. We have a spinner bait. We got to go after Sly Fox. He keeps telling me to use that spinner bait, so we're going to use it today, especially with the wind. What else we got tied on? We have the lipless and we have a Cinco set up. We're only going to go to soft plastics if needed. As you see, I am back in the Hobie with our fins. We're keeping the motor out of the equation still. Funny thing is, being back in the Hobie, it's a great kayak, but to be honest with you, I don't miss it. You know, I liked having my motor and I like my new canoe open deck space. This has its advantages, but I don't miss it. But here's the pro about being in the Hobie. Reason why we're using the Hobie today over the new canoe is because we knew it was going to be windy. So be able to just fight that wind without having the motor on the new canoe. That's why we went with the Hobie, to be able to utilize the fins to keep us positioned and keep moving around. We are starting off with the top water popper right now. I think we're going to be changing to the spinner bait faster though, and getting off the top water soon, just because of all the wind. I think it's going to be a better option and go to the spinner bait. All right, we change over to the spinner bait. I have a 1/2 ounce on here with a trailer hook. You can see it's like a shinier shad color, a little bit of blue mixed in there, but we were getting blown around like a rag doll. So instead of trying to fight and position as much with the top water right now, we are changing over to the spinner bait, and it's super windy. I mean, this is nothing. It's going to pick up double of what the wind is right now, and that's due to that storm that's off the coast right now. So that's what's causing all this wind. It's moving up the coast, and but we're getting some of the effects from it right now. So on a good note, it's probably going to keep a lot more people off the water today too. Jump over to the lipless. What we're going to do is, in the same areas that we're fishing, we're going to change the baits that we have tied on and see what we get action on, to see what we stick with or what works. Once we find what's working, we'll hang in the area, see what we can catch. Then when it dies out, we'll probably move to a different area and do the same scenario. Work through all of our baits, see what's catching, utilize that bait, catch what we can catch in that area, and then move on. That's our game plan. Drag was set too loose, guys. Drag was set too loose. To be honest with you, I think I side hooked that fish because it did not feel right. But what I'm fishing is, it goes out, because I know this body of water pretty well. It's about 9 feet deep and it comes up a bank. That's what I'm running the lipless up right now. Sun's starting to pop through, so hopefully it's going to change it up. It's only about 8:30, so it's still early, but we're just kind of fishing a little slower right now, and we're just waiting for that bite to pick up a bit. That one fish I got so far, or caught, or had on the line, let me rephrase that. I think I side hooked it or foul hooked it, but had my drag set too low, and be honest with you, I wasn't expecting the fish to be on that bank / hill. So it's kind of my own fault for not really being prepared or thinking I was going to catch a fish on that cast, and it kind of caught me off guard. So that was the problem right there. All right, guys, come on, stay on. Stay on, baby, stay on, stay on. Get over here. All right. Barely hooked too, barely hooked. Changing kayaks, I forgot where I put everything. All right, like I was talking about before, I think it's gonna just take a little bit longer for the bite to pick up. Let's see what we got here for length. Yeah, we got about 16. 16 1/4 actually. Not bad, guys, 16 1/4. So I can't say I'm doing this completely blind, because I've been on this body of water so many times. I know that where I just caught that fish, there's a ledge. It goes from about 6 down to about 9. So I was fishing parallel with that ledge. So I'm not doing this completely blind, but I'm still doing it without electronics and just going off of memory. So when you're on your bodies of water, make sure that you remember visually where you caught fish before. When you had your graph with you, make sure you know where those ledges are, by trees or a bush, or just remember those little markings that you can remember in your own brain of where all those transitions are underwater. And you don't have to carry electronics with you all the time. Based on these last 2 fish, the one I brought in and the one I missed, they were both on ledges. That kind of gives me where they are. We did catch some last time up shallow, but obviously they are still hanging on those ledges, those transitions, and they're just slowly working their way up to shallow water. The ones I caught shallow were definitely a lot smaller, so the little guys are up shallow, but these bigger guys and girls are a little deeper yet. So as I was scooting around here, I just saw this floating at the surface dead. Do you think I'm matching the hatch or what? Here by the boat. Come here. I was just telling the kids this morning, yeah, there's always one sitting right there. It's got some weight to it. Not long, but it's got some weight. All right, guys, 17. Matching the hatch is the only thing that worked today. We threw every possibly lure that you could have thrown, but the only thing that worked was the lipless crankbait matching the color and characteristics of that fish that we saw floating throughout the day on the surface. We didn't catch a ton of fish, unfortunately. We're hoping we could catch more for you guys, but we didn't. We were able to get 2 to the boat. We would have had 3 if I wasn't half asleep this morning and missed that fish earlier on. And I think it was a pretty decent sized one too, even though I think it was foul hooked. I think it was a good 17, 18, or maybe even bigger. But matching the hatch did work for us over reaction style baits, even though the lipless is a reaction, but over the crankbait, the spinner bait, they wanted something that matched the hatch. We have a lot of things coming up, guys. We are going up to Cashin headquarters at the end of this month. Casey Reed, Corey Dreyer, Jody Queen's going to be there. They're doing a little seminar. We're setting up a table, so we'll have some footage from that, guys, and maybe some key points from some of their presentations, which will be pretty cool. We are doing a cleanup for the month of October. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go over to Fishing Chaos, search RJM Fishtails. You'll see the cleanup come up. It's for the month of October. It's free. You can win a Cashin fishing rod. You can win a pair of Rheos sunglasses. You can win a gift card from Fish USA, and you can win a Black Pack Pro from Yak Attack. It's 4 nice prizes. It's free to enter, and you're just helping preserve the waterways, the beaches. The rules are very simple. You can go check those out, but you're helping preserve the waterways, and for us, for the future generations of fishing, and just help clean up. The rules are very simple, guys, so I really appreciate if you guys can sign up. I wanted to throw this together and host this so we can get people who clean up garbage all the time, who normally don't get known that they clean up garbage or have a social media page. At least we can show the winners that help during this cleanup and just give them some credit. I clean up garbage all the time. When I'm out in the waterways, I go back to the boat ramps, and I can't tell you how much garbage I just see laying on the ground, and it aggravates me, especially when there's a garbage can there. But we're not gonna get into all that. We got plenty of fishing coming up in October. The fall is upon us. Fishing's gonna get better, so I plan on doing a lot of content next month. And in November, we're going down for the Knucklehead Series for KBF. In April, we're going to the National Championship for KBF. So we got a lot of things coming up this year, and we just plan on keep grinding and plugging away, giving you guys content and all that other good jazz. So as always, I hope you guys like this video. Be safe on the water, and I'll catch you guys on the water. Thanks for watching.